gamer words are now completely mainstream. We can see here an expose by Political. I love Hitler. Leaked messages expose young Republicans' racist chat. Thousands of private messages reveal young GOP leaders joking about gas chambers, slavery, and even rape. Rape, guys. And here we have some chat bubbles, and it's a lot of gamer words. Gamer lexicon has gone completely mainstream. Imagine that. Um, these people are finally catching up after decades. This has been this has been true of young American men for decades. And let's get right into it. And it says New York, leaders of young Republican groups throughout the country worried that what would happen if their Telegram chat ever got leaked, but they kept typing anyway. Ooh, they kept typing anyway. They kept saying words, kept typing words on the screen. They referred to black people as monkeys and the watermelon people, and mused about putting their political opponents in gas chambers. They talked about raping their enemies and driving them to suicide, and lauded Republicans who they believed support slavery. Right. William Hendricks, the Kansas Young Republicans vice chair, used the words and and I mean, who are these people? Aren't these people adults? They can't write the whole word. They're not allowed to. The self-censorship is truly self-castration, in my opinion. And it says this says a lot more about who the people writing this are than who they're writing about. It goes on. Variations of racial slur more than a dozen times in the chat. it's it's so funny. Bobby Walker, the vice chair of the New York State Young Republicans at the time, referred to rape as epic. Peter Giunta, who at the time was chair of the same organization, wrote in a message sent in June that everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber. It's as if these people don't understand young men. They don't understand young American men. And this isn't about the left or the right. This is about controlling speech and what they think is acceptable. Have these people ever been on Xbox Live? Have these have I mean, one of these writers is a man. If I'm to believe that Jason Beeferman, that's a little bit on the nose, is a man. Jason, have you ever been on Xbox Live? Ever in your life? Are you an American? Hello? Are you a person? Are you a real person? Are you AI? Because every young man, every young teenage man went on Xbox Live and heard these words daily, on a daily basis. I mean, I think this speaks to just how disconnected the intelligentsia, and I think that word is very charitable for these people, is how disconnected they are from just regular, normal human beings, and especially young men, boys and young men. This is how we talk to each other. Normal. We don't hate each other. This is how we talk to each other. And I think that's kind of a rite of passage in modern times for men, where if you're still offended by words on the screen, you're not ready. You don't get it and you're not ready. But anyway, let's continue to read this profound piece of journalism. It goes on. Giunta was referring to an upcoming vote on whether he should become chair of the Young Republicans National Federation. The GOP's 15,000 member political organization for Republicans between 18 and 40 years old. I'm going to create some of the greatest physiological torture methods known to man. We only want true believers, he continued. Two members of the chat responded. And here we have the chat. The chat in question, and you can see it. And the chat goes, everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber, and everyone that endorsed but then votes for us is going to the gas chamber. But then votes for us is going to the gas chamber. I guess he meant against us. Okay, when do we start? And then we have a response that says, when do we start bullying, dude? So these people are calling each other dude, you know, which gives you a context, right? They're young men who are allowed to speak like this. And that's the point of this. That's the point of this, right? There are some moral busybodies in society who want to control speech. They want to control civil discourse. They want to control political discourse. And they want to control your speech and tell you what's okay to say and what's not. And that's clearly what these writers at Politico are doing. They're telling you, okay, if you want to be a good boy, you can't say these words, you can't talk like these people. And these people are, you know, they're bad guys from World War II and, you know, all of the rest. They're Mussolini enjoyers. And you already know. Anyway, the chat continues. We have a solid 3 people who can probably have them want to jump. If they vote for us, why would they be gassed? Then okay, I mean, you can go and read the chat. It's young guys joking about World War II stuff. The important part here is the article, right? Um, this article, and I'm gonna post a link down below. It's very telling in what it is they want, right? What it is the author of the article wants. I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. Okay. Since Politico began making inquiries, one member of the group chat is no longer employed at their job, and another's job offer was rescinded. Prominent New York Republicans, including Representative Elise Stefanik, look her up, and State Senate Minority Leader Rob Ort, look him up, have denounced the chat. Oh, they're so great, such great leaders denouncing a chat of a bunch of guys making jokes. Yeah, they're so brave. They're brave and stunning, surely. And festering resentments among young Republicans have now turned into public recriminations, including allegations of character assassination and extortion. Okay. Alright, slow down there. It goes on. A liberating atmosphere. 2,900 pages of chats shared among a dozen millennial and Gen Z Republicans between early January and mid-August chronicle their campaign to seize control of the National Young Republican organization on a hardline pro-Donald Trump platform. Many of the chat members already work inside government or party politics, and one serves as a state senator. And also, this is kind of signaling that you have to resist the kind of far right nationalist worldview, correct? Because that's what's taking over now. And that's what's becoming very popular, especially around young men. And it's not just young men. It's not just young Republicans, because they want to really paint this as this being just a Republican thing, right? It's only on the right. But I would argue that on the left, on the liberal side, there are young men who also speak this way. They're not. They're trying to quarter off these young Republicans, but there's guys on the left that speak like this, that are edgy, that are just have these kind of dark sense of humors, and they have a lot in common with these young men on the right, and I think that's what they're worried about. They're worried about nationalism. That's what they're worried about. But they're worried about nationalists on the left and on the right coming together and actually getting something done, becoming a force, a true political force. Anyway, it goes on. Together, the messages reveal a culture where racist, anti-Semitic, and violent rhetoric, and there it is, that word, right? Everything is anti-Semitic now. When will they learn? They're just so disconnected from regular, normal human beings. Goes on. Anti-Semitic and violent rhetoric circulate freely. How dare information and words circulate freely? Is this a free society? Some kind of liberty freedom thing that y'all got going on? Cringe at the idea. And where the Trump era loosening of political norms has made, and that's what it is, right? Has made such talk feel less taboo among those positioning themselves as the party's next leaders. And that's what they're worried about, right? They're losing control, right? The loosening of political norms has made such talk feel less taboo. Yeah. Political discourse and civil discourse should be robust, and it should be passionate, and the people speaking should not feel as if they need to tiptoe around certain words or certain subjects. Certain ideas can't be touched. You know, that this is not American. This is anti-American, right? Americans speak about whatever they want in the context, right? You don't have to be obnoxious, or some people are, and if that's their style, right? But this is a private group chat which a bunch of guys that you would find this kind of speech anywhere in America. They want to kind of paint this like this is a Trump era thing. This is Trump's fault. It's not. If you logged into Xbox Live in 2008, it was the F slur, it was the N word, it was the R word. Everybody was saying among friends. This is how men speak to each other. For, I would say, at least the last 30, 40 years. At least. Before that, I'm not sure. But in modern times, this is how men speak to each other. And if you are offended and you wither in the face of these words, then you're not ready. You're not ready to be part of you're not ready to become a man, right? Anyway, goes on. The more the political atmosphere is open and liberating, like it has been with the emergence of Trump and a more right-wing GOP even before him, it opens up young people and older people to telling racist jokes. Oh my God. Racist jokes. Will the Republic survive? Will the Republic survive racist jokes? Making racist commentary in private and public. Oh my God, how dare they? Said Joe Fegan, a Texas A&M sociology, of course, professor who had studied racism. He studied racism for the last 60 years, guys. This guy dedicated his life to studying racism. Hand over your man card. It's been revoked. Your man card is revoked, sir. Good sir, go away. Until you're shunned, because the last 60 years, that's your whole life. Your whole life you dedicated to studying racism. You failed. You failed life. You literally failed life. Anyway, he's also concerned. He's also concerned. He's concerned, guys. The words would be applied to public policy. So, agate and igor and are going to be public policy in about 20, 25, 30 years, guys. For sure. This is a done deal, guys. It's public policy now. The gas chambers are public policy. It's chilling, of course. It's chilling, of course. Because they will act on these views. They will act on these views, guys. The people in Xbox Live chat, those people are going to act on their views one day. So, watch out. Watch out for those people, huh? And it just goes on and on like this. Group chat members feel... Oh my god. Cringe. Let's see if there's something extra that I would like to read to you. Oh my god. This is coordinated, right? This is... They got... Because the chat is from... I think it said January to August. So they've had this for a minute. They've had these chats for a minute. And they've chosen this moment. This is their moment. The group chat members spoke freely about the pressure to cow to Trump to avoid being called a rhino. That makes no sense. Trump has literally become a rhino. The love of Nazis within their party's right wing and the president's alleged work to suppress documents related to wealthy financier Jeffrey Epstein's child sex crimes. Trump has you know, Trump has Rubio. He has a lot of rhinos in his cabinet. And we know they're rhinos because of their support for Israel. Their undying support of Israel. So this person has no clue what it is to be a man, what it is to be right wing, what it is to be... He knows nothing of what he speaks of. It's a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous. And this expose, this is... These logs were sourced for extortion to provide. Okay, yeah, and it goes on, you know, mixed into formal conversations about whipping votes, social media strategy, and logistics. The members of the chat slung around an array of slurs, which Politico is republishing to show how they spoke. Epithets like it, tarted, and appeared more than 251 times, guys. 251 times, guys. No, we gotta pump those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. Let's pump those numbers up. Okay? Gotta pump those numbers up, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna put a link down below for this article. This fine piece of journalism. But this is how much the journalists and the educated people are just completely disconnected from normal, regular Americans. This shows you just how much they understand about, especially young men. They don't. They literally don't understand people. They don't understand regular men. And that's why they're losing them. And they're trying to shame them and berate them about their speech, about how they talk about minorities and women and homosexual people. And it's not working. It's actually backfiring. And the more you try to shame them for their speech, the more they're going to say it. It's the word. It's the word, right, guys? Like, we're allowed to say the word now. So I'm going to say it, right? I can push the button. I'm allowed to push the button. I'm going to push the button. Over and over and over and over again. I'm going to spam it. Why? Because for so long, well, the last 10 years, frankly, because before that, before Donald Trump, it wasn't a big deal to say the F word, the R word, the N word. These weren't big deals. This was not a big deal. Once Trump came into the picture, it was very different. You couldn't say it now. You were shunned. You were called a bad guy from World War II. You're called a Nazi, a fascist. All of the worst. It's the worst crime, right? It's worse than being a rapist. It's worse than being a murderer. And now, the tables have turned. You can't unturn them now. You cannot put Pandora back in the box. You're going into the box, in fact. It's refreshing. It truly is refreshing. It exposes, the only people who have been exposed here are these moral busybodies who want people to stop saying the words. Don't say the words anymore. You're not allowed. Well, yeah, we are allowed, actually. We are allowed, and that's what being American's about. We're allowed to say funny jokes, offensive jokes, and people get offended. I get offended sometimes. I see something that I don't like, that is, because some things do go a little bit far. But, get over it. Get over it. It's words on the screen. Live your life. Alright, anyway, have a nice day.